Right. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Everybody good? Happy to be here. Ready to learn about some Xamarin. It is pronounced Xamarin. That's the first thing you need to know. Second thing, monkeys. All about the monkeys. I am David Ortnow, crafting stunning mobile apps with Xamarin.Forms Visual, Xamarin Visual. Design systems. Anybody not know what a design system is? No? Material design, you've heard of material design. You've heard of Fluent? All right, these are design systems. So we'll be talking a little bit about that. It's a 20-minute session, so I'll probably go pretty quickly here. A little bit about me. So I am David Ortnow. I'm a principal program manager with the Xamarin team. So anything mobile SDKs, iOS, Android, components, and especially Xamarin Forms. I work with the engineering teams, I work with the PMs. More importantly, I work with you to understand what you're wanting to build, what you are building, your pain points, your successes. Please let me know, because all of that informs what we do next, right? So for the past 3 years, I've been working on that, and we've been constantly improving the platform, improving the quality, and improving the product. So one of the things we learned along the way was that it is super easy to build apps that look like this, right? When you do a file new with iOS and Android, you get this. And we would hear from customers, hey, and from developers, hey, I want to use Xamarin, but it looks like butt, right? It looks really basic. I want beautiful. And the thing is that this is what you get from iOS and Android out of the box. No customization, boom, this is what it is, with just like some default colors. But you want to create apps like this, right? You know, you're like, oh, we're competing against Instagram. Even in the back of your head, like that's what you want your app to be. Or maybe not. Or you want your app to look like this, you know, just a real simple, nice, beautiful financial app. Hopefully you have more than $650 in your bank account, but maybe you don't. And you want to add more money to your bank account, and you want to make beautiful apps to make that happen. Who's interested? Yes? All right. I just like to get the interaction going. I have no idea. Or like this. Or like this. You know, these are all beautiful apps, and here's the neat thing, is that these are all apps that developers just like you made during our visual challenge. So we had 1 week where we said, hey, use our new Xamarin.Forms Visual and reproduce an app, either one of your own apps or an app that you like, and show us what you did. Show us how well it went. Show us what we can improve. And these are all examples made in about 4 hours or less by developers just like you. Pretty good, right? So today I want to talk about how we do that. Oh, another example. So I'm actually going to do something similar to this. It's a flight example. So here's the way in which we are enabling you to create better looking apps. We have introduced a new API called Visual. And what Visual does is it allows you to package renderers. Renderers are what you actually see on iOS and Android, right? So in Xamarin Forms, when you say I want a button, on iOS there's a renderer that says, okay, it's a UI button, because all of Xamarin is native, all native controls. On Android, you get an Android button widget, and on UWP, you get the native button. So with Visual, what we've done is said, how can we bundle together better looking controls and then make it super easy for you to implement that in your apps? So a unified platform of design is something like material design. This is a design system, obviously made by Google. And when you run a new Google Android application, by default, you're going to get a material design. It promotes things like usability. It promotes a certain look and feel, right? When you look at an app made by Google, you can almost, off the top of your head, be like, yeah, that's a Google app because of the way the buttons look, because of the way the colors are used, because of the spacing between elements. All of those are rules and patterns from the design system. Like I said, it's a theme included with Android, and there are a library of controls that Google made available for iOS developers. So what we have done at Xamarin is we have created a C# binding to that library from Google, and then we compared it to the default Android experience. And when we did that, we said they're really close, but they're not actually the same. So how can we create Android and iOS UI that's the same? So we took the Google stuff, we polished it up, we made it consistent with the Android stuff, and that is our Xamarin.Forms Visual with material design. And the way you use this in your application, and we're going to step into some code, the way you use it in your application is really, really hard. You'd say visual equals material, and your whole app inherits that design. Does that seem like something you could do? You could do that? Pretty easy, right? So let's take a look at some code, and let's kind of walk through some things and see how this works. Doo-doo-doo. All right. So here we go. Bop, bop, bop. Come here. I have to grab my simulator. The iOS simulator that does not want to be grabbed. Oh, come here. There we go. All right. Oh, what happened to the Google emulator? Change resolutions and it freaks out. That's nice. There it is. Back to life. So there was a tip and a trick for you. When your Google emulator goes black like that, grab the little corner and shake it. Wake it up. See what it does. All right. So I've created a UI here. There it is. So this is a like a flight search thing. Many of you took flights to get here, right? You use some kind of app and you said, okay, I'm coming from. So for me, I came from St. Louis, and then I came to Orlando, which is what? What? MCO? See, I always think it's ORD. It should be like an OR, right? Yeah, I know, right? It confuses the crud out of me. Anyway, so these are fairly decent controls. This actually doesn't look too bad, right? So this is a typical experience. I built this on Windows. I was using Visual Studio 2019, and I'm building my Android UI. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't look too bad, right? Would you agree? Not too bad. Looks pretty good. So let's take a look at iOS. So I come over to my Mac. I could be doing this from my Windows machine, but I'm on the Mac. And I'm like, okay, let's run this. Load it up here. And, oh, I guess we're doing a different simulator. Okay. No big deal. We're all good. So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, that doesn't look the same. Like, not even really very close. So yeah, my colors are okay. Come here, you booger. Come here. So if I zoom in, looking over here, I've got my text entry looks nothing like my Android text entry, right? My spacing is slightly different. This spacing is very different. My picker control looks like a different kind of entry. The buttons are fairly similar, but you see over here on Android, I get a nice animation with my button. And on iOS, I get that. And I want the same experience. And my checkbox over here is round, but my checkbox over here on Android is square. So this is now work that I would have to go do to make these consistent, right? But if I use visual, then I get a consistent starting point. So here I'm going to go into, I'll move this over here. I'll go into my content page, and up here at the top, I'm going to tell it visual equals material. I'm going to save that, and instantly my app updates, and I'm a lot closer now than I was before, right? And as a matter of fact, if I recompile this on Android, I'll start to get even better behavior from these material controls. You're probably most familiar with the entry renderer or the entry control, where over here, my from, I type in there, the from animates to the top, right? And now I've got my beautiful STL there, and then I can come in here and MCO, right? So there are several other controls that do this. So we've got the picker control. By default, I still get my iOS picker at the bottom. And on Android, I will still get my Android style picker. However, this is not the material version. This is the base version. And now I've got consistent animations. The coloring is slightly different. Android and iOS have different color rendering, so that's still slightly different. But I've got now a square checkbox, and now square checkbox. and I've got my beautiful animation on iOS, my beautiful animation over here. So let's stop and let's break down and look at my code so we can see what's going on. And I'll even start taking some things out so we can kind of build it back up. If I can grab this and move it. There we go. All right. So I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to say default. So at any level within my application, I can access the visual element, and I can tell it what theme I want essentially to use. And you can tell these are more than just design themes. They are behavior themes. So it's look and feel and behavior. So now I'm back at that starting point, right? And let's just look at that entry right there. So I can come, I've got default, which inherits, the whole page inherits that. But I can come down here to my first entry. And I can say, OK, you need to be material. Save that. And now this entry, I guess I used the second entry. Now this one is material, while this one is still using iOS's default entry renderer. So I have, down to the detail control of what my controls use. I could also, because all of these controls are within a flex layout, I could come up here to my flex layout, and I could say, OK, everything inside my flex layout I want to be material. I save that, and now everything inside of it's material, but this frame that's creating this shadow out here is still using the default iOS frame. Frankly, I think the default iOS frame is also ugly, so I personally would use material at the top level of my controls. But depending on the design that you get from your designer or the aesthetic you're trying to go for, you may find that you're better off taking a default button or a default entry and customizing it with styles than by using the material renderer or the material visual theme. All right, so I took that off. Let's see, where did I get back to? So I did do some extra theming and things in here before I started, but let's go from the, let's pull some of those things out. So let me get rid of that. So here's the breakdown of my page, okay? It's a content page, and then I'm using a grid. Grids are really good for flattening out your layout, laying things on top of each other, positioning them. So I start that way. This box view is the blue or the purplish box at the top. And then I've got my label for search flights, which appears at the top here. And I've got an image that is my back button. Now, you could certainly use the existing back button. In this case, I decided to create my own back button because I wanted tight control over how it looks. Instead of using an actual image, I am using font image source. And so this allows me to bring in Font Awesome, which is a whole font library of icons and glyphs that makes things super easy. And then I have a class here where I can access all of my fonts. So I've got the chevron left. I could look at my different arrows, arrow, alt, circle left, and see if I like the way that one looks. And then now I've got this funky little circle up there in the corner. Not exactly what I want, so I'll go back to what I had before. All these changes I'm applying using Xamarin.Forms Hot Reload, XAML Hot Reload. If you're not familiar with that, it's worth checking out. So in this case, I go to my preferences, and I go down here to Hot Reload, which is, I always lose it. It is right here under Projects, and I check that box right there. Make sure that's checked, and you can go ahead and use it. The next version of Visual Studio, it will be on for you by default. But if you want to try it today and you're on the stable release, you can do that. So obviously, very nice for iterating on your designs. I haven't had to recompile once. You've seen me making lots of changes. Another thing that I am doing in here that I wanted to bring to your attention, I am using a flex layout. So if you come from a web background and you're used to doing layout with Flexbox, that's available to you using the flex layout. And I'm using that in combination with several other things. And so I've got my flex layout basis that I'm doing. But the one thing I wanted to also highlight is that I'm doing this. I have a CSS class that I'm using. How many of you are CSS fans? Actually, a few. How many of you are CSS haters? CSS, interestingly, is one of the most polarizing things. I've yet to, maybe JavaScript is in this camp, but, or in Mac and Windows, right? Like I had somebody come up to me at the booth the other day and say, if my boss gave me a Mac, I would turn in my resignation on the spot. And I'm like, oh, that's a pretty deep, heartfelt position to take. CSS kind of falls almost nearly in that camp. But if CSS is your thing, CSS is supported in Xamarin Forms. And so down here at the bottom, I actually have a bunch of CSS. So if I take this CSS and I cut it out and I save again, you'll see that my design starts to fall apart a little bit. Things are really getting squirrely. So I've got a lot of my other styling and things like that happening directly on the controls. What I would do if I were going to move forward with this design is I would refactor those things out into shared styles, or I would move more and more of it into my CSS. So these are true CSS properties, and anything that is part of the CSS spec that maps to a Xamarin Forms style, you can do. This is all the same API that XAML styles uses. You can do all the same thing in C#. It's really what your preference is. But if you are using CSS and you prefer to use it, or even using Sass or less, all that stuff works as well. You can also use things like this, where you can use the -xf platform idiom. I don't know if it's actually an idiom. That's probably the wrong word for it. Somebody can come up to me later and tell me exactly what that thing's called. But then I can access the placeholder color and change placeholders, which is not a property that you typically get in CSS, which is why I have to use that. All right, so I got 4 minutes left, cool. So let's walk through the setup. So let's say you want to get started today using Xamarin.Forms Visual. What do you need to do? So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to right-click your solution, and you're going to manage your NuGet projects. And you're going to search for Xamarin.Forms Visual. And that's going to give you this NuGet package right here, Xamarin.Forms Visual Material. You're going to install that into your iOS, your Android, and your library project. And that brings down to you those iOS renderers that I mentioned that Google provides, that we have created bindings for. It's also going to give you our Xamarin.Forms renderers that you can now use. Then you're going to go into your main activity, and you're going to initialize that library. So right here, I'm initializing the forms material right there. Same thing in the app delegate. You just need to make sure these puppies are initialized so that Xamarin Forms knows that it's there. We could have done this with a lot of magic that you wouldn't have had to do, but we want to make sure that you as developers know what you're opting into, because these renderers do bring a little bit of weight to your project. You've just basically added a library of controls to your project. But it saves you a ton of time. It gives you beautiful UI. So if you've chosen to do it, totally worth it. All right, so now that you've got those things going on, now you just simply, as I've been doing all along, on your content page, you come in and say, OK, visual, not default. Go back, align. Come in here and say material. So now I've been running that on iOS. Well, let's go ahead and kick it up on iOS one more time. And then I want to do one last build for Android so that we can kind of see them side by side, both in the material look and feel. Yay, there we go. Stop. Let's go back to Android real quick. Oh. What are you doing? Fast clicking. So while Android is loading up, look how fast Android is. What a good little boy. Oh, come here. What is it? There it is. So now we'll see them side by side. So now we're looking pretty good. We've got the material, STL, no, not ASTL, MCO. Now on Android, I get the material picker. And I didn't have to go into my themes, and I didn't have to mess around with my Android styles, do any of that inheritance. It's just including that library, and boom, it's done. So now I've got a much more consistent look and feel, and I can go about implementing additional customizations per platform that I might want to make. So you may have noticed in my code there were a few platform-specific things I did, such as, hey, I wanted to control my margin on iOS slightly differently than I did on Android. So super easy to do, just a little bit of code. So with that, that's a quick, super quick introduction to Xamarin.Forms Visual. I'll end real quick with a slide that recaps. You might want to take a picture of this puppy. Because it's got a link to the documentation. You're not going to type that in probably, but a lot of pictures being happening. Actually, everybody hold your cameras up so I can get a picture of you holding your cameras up. And then it'll be like, oh, I've got the super wide thing, don't I? Oh, look at that. Oh, now I got to do a selfie. Selfie, what's up? Everybody wave. Ah. All right, I have no idea why I just did that. These are all the controls available to you in that material design theme. The thing I did not go into, because we only had 20 minutes, is if your company has sets of controls that you've been curating that implement your company's design theme, you can absolutely create your own package that does exactly the same thing. And in that case, instead of saying visual equals material, maybe you say visual equals UPS, visual equals IBM, visual equals insert the name of your company. And you can then distribute that throughout your organization. Your Android, your iOS developers can use it. Heck, you could even package that up and give it to your Swift, Objective-C, Java developers, and they could actually use it too. That's a whole other topic, whole other talk. If you're interested, let me know. I'll be around. Please come talk to me. I'm going to go over there to the .NET booth. Would love to hear from you, hear what you're building. Thanks for coming.